Hello and welcome to another video. And today, Space Engineers had the Most Wanted update applied. No, not that it was a description of what's in it, but that's actually the name, Most Wanted, as they are taking several community wishes and making them a reality. And as such, as I always do, we have a platform here that is showing off every single block and feature that has been added in the update. Now, to get something out of the way and to clarify something, you'll see this red line on here. Everything to the left is free. If you own the game, you will get this. This is for all players. Everything to the right is also free, but with an asterisk. Now, there's no new DLC for this pack. However, there are free upgrades to existing DLC. So you have to process that a second. It's a upgrade to old paid content. So if you have purchased that paid content in the past, or if you choose to purchase it now that you see these upgrades to it, these are new blocks that are part of those packs. But these are still paid blocks in the sense that you cannot access them until you buy that particular DLC. But if you already have the DLC, you'll just get these for free. So it's free with an asterisk. But anyway, we're going to go through all the stuff that is free, completely free, no special caveats first. And as such, let's jump on down. We have so many great new transitional armor pieces to go from different heights of slope to each other. And yes, oh man, there's several of these blocks that I wish existed, and now they do. We have the 2x1 slope here, the top part of it, the base, to the 1x1 slope, the 45 degree. These didn't really play nicely in the past, but now we have a wonderful transition piece as well as a mirrored version so that wherever we go we can have a nice smooth transition down to various pieces of armor. Same thing here from the 45 degree down to the 2x1 tip. Beautiful. And the 2x1 tip to the 45 degree what is this? Slope corner, I believe it is called. That particular block. Half slope light armor block. Yes. Same thing. We've got a nice, beautiful transition down. Oh, so smooth. Then back over here from the 2x1 base down to just half blocks. In case you want to go from, say like for example you're making like a half block roof on something, but on certain parts you want to go back up to a full block in order to put in a turret or something like that, so you can have it be flush with the full block section. Well, now you can use these transitionals to do your corners. So we've got the two versions. We've got the one that has the additional flat space here, or the one that just does the full corner as well. And then similar in the half block down to flat, we've got half block down here with these internal corner as well as the external corner. So the concave and convex versions of it. Very good. Lots of new armor transitions will make your builds just beautifully smooth. Moving on. Conveyor junctions. Whoa! T-junctions. Yes! T-junctions are awesome. We've got them for both small grid here and large grid, as well as these are brand new blocks. These are reinforced junctions. They have two really cool aspects about them. So first off, when you look at a normal junction here, we have interior plates, motors, small steel tubes, construction components. Standard fare. And I do have build info on here, so you can see up in the top left, I can actually see with the integrity how much health this block has. And it has 1.41 thousand, so 1,410 health. If we look at these blocks here, what in the bottom right, we have all of those expected interior plates, motors, small steel tubes, construction components, but also almost an entire small armor block's worth of steel plate. The integrity has shot up in the top left to 3,610. So these things are bulky. Also, if you had a conveyor tube, you couldn't place armor on it because there's no connection points. However, these reinforced tubes have connection points. Oh, so good. See, I'm guilty of this, of putting in a little too many conveyor junctions into my designs so that I can always have those connection points to ensure, like, okay, if this section gets blown out, I don't have like this giant detached conveyor system jiggling around in my ship. I put junctions every so often so that if I blow out a section, it's only a few pieces of conveyor floating around. But with these, that's not relevant anymore. You can just slap in these conveyor tubes because they have connection points all around them. So you can place their armor and they'll be structural. Yes! I am so excited about that. Good little plushie. Moving on. Next thing. Rounded windows, man. Oh, yes. Round windows. Both for large, as you can see here, and small grid. We've got all the different variations, whether you want them inverted or not. We got the different curves and walls of them, and that looks like a G-string, but I probably shouldn't say that, but I did anyway, but whatever, moving on. Everything you need to build whatever curved windows you desire. And I believe there are a few examples of that in this world. There's a curved window there, although that's part of the bridge windows, which we'll get to in a moment. Here's some curved window here. So you can make these beautiful sort of capsule-looking buildings, and it's just great. But coming on back down. And of course, it's all for small grid as well, so you can build nice bubble canopies for your rovers, or you can make little balls out of them, I think. Yeah, be good stuff. In here, we have a little rotor turret. Well, what's new about that? There wasn't anything about that in the patch notes. Well, what's that? It's a camera on there. If I jump in and if I take control of that turret, I'm not running any mods here aside from like build info. This is the new camera. And may I remind you, in the past, the camera was gunk. Like, it had stuff covering the camera, and it was dirty. And now look at this thing. It is clean. It's beautiful. This is such a better, useful overlay for the camera that I don't need my overlays that I'm currently using. This functions just fine. I don't need my modded ones because this is here now, which is perfect. But we can see the next thing here, and to signify its importance, I have placed it on a pedestal as I need to worship it. Crawl up, and we are not worthy. Oh, kiss the feet of the small, advanced rotor. Oh my god, I wanted this thing to be vanilla for so long. I have been adding this block in through mods for forever. And I'm so happy it's here now. This as well as this conveyor converter in the back here is going to change my building of small grid forever. Oh, yes. So, small advanced rotors means much smaller conveyored turrets. So now I can make beautiful little Gatling turrets that are like smaller than my character, because I can have the rotor be piped, so I can make these little chin turrets and like little extra side turrets and stuff like that on my rovers and planes and all that kind of stuff. So excited. And then this conveyor converter. Oh, it's so good. It's this, I believe this particular block in its current form was a part of the more conveyors mod, and they've taken the block, this particular block, out of that mod and added it to the game. It is a way for you to go from large conveyor size on small grid to small conveyor size with only one block. Because previously what I was doing was, say, doing an H2O2 generator, and you would put that on and it would go from large to small, but it's 2 blocks wide. And this functioned. It worked. But it was really, really annoying. The fact that you had to have an H2O2 gen, and then if you expose yourself to ice at any time, the thing would fill up and get heavy, and maybe you didn't want that. So now we just have large face, and then you have small all around the outside. Of course, you can't see the one at the bottom because that's where it's connected. And then you have 3 smalls along the back here. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's going to be great. Oh, man. Moving on from that. Half cover walls. So half cover wall mirror. 1 block. That's what the patch note says here. Okay. Half cover wall. But then, what was it? The difference between the wall and the mirror. It's just on the other side, right? There's the half cover wall. And there's the half cover mirrored. I mean, okay, cool. It's there. It's like yippee-ki-yay, I guess. That's good. Just filling out your ability to do that. As you can tell, all my excitement went into that thing and not much into this. But hey, new blocks are new blocks. Now this is a feature update. More of a bug fix, though. We can see we have a little atmospheric miner out there. It might be the gopher that I used in Season 3. It is the gopher that I used in Season 3. Previously, on Space Engineers, guns sucked in gravity because the lead indicator didn't compensate for the fact that, you know, gravity exists. So just be showing you where to fire left and right, which is not correct. You would have to shoot above it. But now, if I fire a shot here and then quickly pop into my spectator camera, oh, you can see how close that was. Oh my god, that was close. And let's do it again. See, now you can tell that it's actually compensating for bullet drop in gravity. And the variance here, the fact that it hasn't been hit, is just... It's an artillery cannon. It's got variance. But yeah, these are close. So now, if you are on your turrets, they will be more accurate. which is excellent. Ooh! Ooh! Okay, that thing's gone. I turned off my HUD at the right time. And now it's out of here. Nice close shots. I mean, I'm not hitting it because it's accelerating and falling, but it's compensating for gravity now, which is excellent. And when it hits the ground here and slows down, aha, now we can bombard it. And those should drop right into it. Pretty much. Maybe a little bit lower. You're a bull. Yeah, that's just variance at that point. It's close. But, there we go. Yay for lead indicator working in gravity. Moving on. We've got ladder shaft. So we've got this little passageway shaft, which then you can just get on the ladder, climb your way up, and you're good. And you have just enough space here. You can like have enough footing. You can walk by. Although if you are completely over the hole, you will fall through. But it's a very small spot that you will fall through on. So you have to be essentially perfectly lined up to fall through. So if you walk to one side, you'll pass right by. But you can just easily, you can see on the ladder here, oh yeah, we're going up, and see we're into the next one because we got the down arrow. So when we see the next up arrow, we know we're at this particular level. Let's press F and get off, and you're at that level. And go up again. Oh, we're at the next level, we can get off. And one more time, up to the little basket, which we can stare off over the horizon. Oh, Mars is beautiful. Next up, the last of the free stuff. We've got some skins. We've got corrugated metal armor skin. So you can see in the menu here, it is right here, corrugated armor. As well as, what is this called? Weldless armor skin. Which weldless is down here in the bottom center. And you look now. Oh yeah, baby. The skin list. It's full. It's a nice, perfect square. Now they can't add any more skins unless they modify this. Or they add a scroll bar to it. But weldless, oh, it's kind of a little weird. Compare that to clean. If I put a block or two of clean here, you can see that the weldless is like literally there are no seams at all in the texture, although it does have like a matte finish to it. It's not shiny like the clean. Like this is glossy. This is quite matte. So that is weldless armor. Now moving into the free but paid stuff, which again I know is weird, but we'll go through them. From the decorative blocks pack, we have inverted corner desks. So you can finally have a nice corner desk and get in your seat. And you can do your paperwork in a nice desk. Excellent. From the decorative blocks pack number 2, we have graded catwalk variants and railing variants. So, important to note, it's kind of hard to tell for this particular railing variant, but this is the middle of a block. So I'll just place a block there. You can see it's the middle. So that's great. And also, these particular ones are 2x1s. So they are not 45-degree diagonals, they are 22.5-degree diagonals, which means, if I'm not mistaken, because I want to check this out. First off, we'll grab the slope, the 22.5-degree slopes. And then the railings, because this is something that is currently bothering me on my boats in my current season, is I have like a slope like this, and this is like the side of my boat, and then I want to have a railing along the edge, and now you can do that. And oh baby, that's gonna be an upgrade for me when I get to building on my boats again. And then you just spin it around. Bada boom. Look at that. 2x1 rights. 2x1 right just spun around. And you can have railing along a 2x1 slope. Yes! Okay, I'm happy about that. Then, we've got... This is all still decorative packs number 2. Graded catwalk variants. These are like half catwalks. So they're tiny little walkways, but they're perfect if you want to hang them on the side of something. Because all you really need is just like, you would have like a block like that. You just have a tiny little catwalk along. And you go into the, oh, they have them in this they have them in this demonstration world here. Somewhere they have a nice demonstration of a staircase along with those half ones. Ah, here we go. You can see here you have the staircase up, and you've got the half wall, and then you've got the half block, and the half the half one comes out. Then you go for a full one, and then it transitions into a half one, and oh, it is just beautiful. Look at that. You can get in the ladder, crawl your way up, get out on the half, then go into the full, and then walk along the terrain. Ugh, beautiful. Coming on back down. Moving on to the Sparks of the Future DLC. We have new neons. We got 2 new blocks for large grid, as well as 10 new blocks for small grid. Because as far as I understand, I don't use neons at all in my builds, so I can't remember this. But as far as I understand, neons didn't exist in small grid prior to this. So there you go. We've got neons. Now there is I'm not sure which is correct here. In the patch notes that I have here, there is the most wanted image thing that they put out, and it says Neon Tube 2 variants, and they show 2 things. But then in the blog post, they say Neon Tube's large grid got 3 new shapes, so I'm not sure which is correct. Again, I don't use neon tubes, so I don't know what's new. But I'm going based off the promotional image that they have, and not the blog post. Moving on, Field Engineer DLC, diagonal window walls, and the large grid got 2 blocks. So these are the window walls. We got a curved block, and we've got a diagonal block. Very nice. The heavy industry pack. We have the industrial conveyor in T-junction form. Very simple, but just our pipes in T-junction. Excellent. Moving on to Warfare 2 Broadside Diagonal Bridge Window Inverted, which is this particular piece here. Now, they had the bits before for a bridge. However, it was only the center block and this corner block, where it had essentially no tabletop countertop here. It had just that tiny little corner and then a bunch of window. Where what we lacked in order to do a 45-degree bridge, because before we would just be able to do like a straight, and then as far as we go straight, and then 90-degree corner, and then as far as we go straight, and it was very square bridges. But now we can do 45 degrees off to the sides and make some cool bridge shapes. And again, I believe, yes, up here. This is an example of what you can do with that, where we have this sort of ball observation tower. We've got the weather being shown there. You've got some, time, some diagrams. You can have some LCDs there with various scripts on them to show more important information. And you have this observation control tower built entirely out of these new diagonal bridge windows, which is awesome. And I love it. And I want to build a tower like that top of it in my single player world to be my control tower for my eventual airport. But that is it. Let's take a look at the notes here. We've also tweaked explosion values for explosive ammo and added center variable for block mirroring. Okay, cool. Not sure what those are, but they exist. But that is the pack. We have a bunch of new free blocks, and that is awesome. Now, a little bit of ramble here at the end. This is something that they should do way more often. Like, this is awesome that they did this. They take like a highly requested and modded in block like the small advanced rotor and just add it to the game. Just be like, yeah, that should be in there. You guys deserve it. Put it in. Now, they do require a little bit of like DLC. You're going to need LODs being made for them. You're going to need build states for them and all that kind of stuff. However, a lot of these blocks are fairly plug and play, I'd want to say. And they should do this again. 100% they should add this kind of stuff again. They should go and say, oh, yeah, people really like the T-junction. Let's do the three-way elbow, which is, imagine this one is facing forward. So it's down, right, and forward. That three-way. I want that as a conjunction as well in the game. And then, like, for example, they should add in concrete. Real simple. Heck, you've already got concrete skin in here. Concrete armor skin. Just give us concrete blocks that use gravel and girders or something like that. Or have us build a concrete powder from gravel in the assembler, and then it's concrete powder and girders to build the block. Like, it'd be so easy. It'd be awesome. So yeah, I think that this is one of the coolest updates they've done because of just the massive amount of free stuff just out of nowhere. And they should definitely do this over and over and over again. That's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to go build some awesome new rotor turrets with these small grid blocks. And good hunting out there for those space engineers.